Hello. And it's time for a pop-up live stream. I'm just refilling the sump right now down below here. Should go get my tablet. Make sure this water is actually running. And it is. So today's cleaning is going to basically be everything. I'm going to gravel vacuum. I'm going to move all the decor around. I'm going to clean all the filters. I never touch the sump. It's got a filter sock that gets cleaned every now and then. A lot more often than some I see. And then I've got my pre-treated water in the barrels. It's pre-treated, preheated, ready to go. It'll come in here. The fish won't even feel like they're going to know they're going through a water change, but it's all good for them. And then everybody's happy for a few days. I do this deep clean once a week, and I change the water twice a week. It's my routine. Today is deep clean day. So let's get to the channel here. Make sure I can see the chat. Just in case anyone's up this early. It's not that early. It's a good time now. We're up at 10 a.m., so I tried not to do it too early today. Let's stick the tablet on its stand right there. And we'll get to work. So we're just going to keep chugging away. Keep on pushing forward. That's what you do. That's what you do. Nope, we got to refill my little prime bottle with my big prime bottle. Almost made it to January 1st. I burn through about one of these every 6 months. That's a 4-liter prime jug. They go for about $200 a pop. Regular price up here. Heck, if I go to the fish shop, see, brand new jug. Watch me spill it. I hate spilling prime. It's like the worst stuff to spill. It's so expensive. If I go to my fish shop, a 2-liter jug of this stuff's $100. I think it's more than that actually. I think it's $200. It's double the price of Amazon at the fish shop. And when you buy this little thing, $20-something. So prime's a big time expense, and that's why you buy it. You buy it like this. You get the big stuff, because bulk is the way to go when you got to spend this kind of money on juice. You got a lot of tanks. It's the only way to do it. What I'll do is I'll fill this little bottle about halfway. Because if I drop it, I don't lose the whole bottle. Always get my lids on right away too. Stuff likes to stink up your house, but you don't want to spill it. So very expensive.
If I spilt or lost that whole jug by accident, I'd cry. Oh, almost got too busy here. See, when you do two things at once, you almost screw up. I almost overflowed my sump, and I might have actually. That's okay. I'll just start the drain before I turn off the sump and fix it that way. It's almost to the brim right now. So yeah, that's how you screw up. Crisis averted. Climb is ready. Let's get the lids off.
Good morning, Jeffro. A philodendron on the shelf. It's actually a fake plant that's stuffed in a dead plants thing. That might be what it's supposed to be, but it's not real. Sorry, I'm not much of a botanist, so I can't identify plants very well. I can't even tell you what I have in my tank. It's that bad. I don't think I know a single name of any plant I have in my tank. Half of them are fake too. I got a mix of fake and real plants in my tank, and I mesh the real ones into the fake ones to make fake ones look more real. But do I know what any of them are? No. Never figured that part out. That's what I like about these lights. Just drop in the water while I'm doing maintenance. I can still see everything real good. Another advantage to those. I'm not going to need that. I will need this. Put that out of there. Tank lid's in a safe spot. No, this is a 90-gallon tank up top, and they got probably 25 to 30 gallons of sump underneath it. And then over here, I got two 60-gallon barrels that I pre-treat water in for water changes. This water's been in these barrels with there's filters and air hoses and everything in there. Gravels, they're both set up like tanks, but all they do is get my water ready for the DIsucs, because my tap water is harsh and I need to settle it down. Comes out of the tap. I can't even measure it. It's off the charts. It's 8-point off the charts. And then so I have to put it in the barrels, treat it, heat it, gas off the garbage that's in it, and the pH gets closer to DIsucs level, and then in the tank it goes. It's a bit of a chore in my city to have these fish, but you do what you gotta do. So let's get the pump going. It's all slimed right up. I left it in the barrel and it's just thick with slime. The barrel's just loaded with beneficial bacteria. Absolutely chock full of it. Keeps my water pure. And they're dark, so it's perfect for bacteria farming. We're gonna get, I should probably, no, I'm not putting the tank in. Could start the siphon before I get to the other end, but we'll hope not. We'll secure that with a clamp.
your send out, get it in the drain location. Which is my tub. Okay. Look at that. See, the siphon started as soon as I dropped it, which is good. That's fine. I want this this sump to drop a little bit before I start disengaging everything. We are shutting off the heaters first because that's important. I'll start stopping the filters. Get all the filters shut off. Let's go on. Hold on. We're gonna let that sump run a bit. Speed up this process a tad. Now we're in the full drain. Now that water is still beautiful, but my tank, I need a gravel vacuum. Ooh, actually, I shouldn't be draining yet. I got a vacuum. I'm gonna stop the drain, pull this out. I got one step ahead of myself. I was in autopilot for water change mode. And we're doing a full clean today. Skipped a couple steps. Where is my... I thought I had it all here. Be right back. I gotta go get my gravel back. Yeah, that's a really old tank. Manufacture date on the bottom. Manufacture date on the bottom of this tank is, I think it was 2001 or 2002. So this tank's just a little bit younger than my youngest child, but not by much. And yeah, still going strong. The crossbar broke up top, and I just made a 2x4 brace for it because it was bowing out bad. It would have popped the seams if I hadn't done that. And it's been holding up like that now for about a year and a half. No problems. Be right back. Well, that fixed the sump, so we'll shut that off. And just get a bucket in place. Just get it clamped in. And it's time to start that. Yeah. There's in my city, I'm having good luck with tanks. I've been collecting tanks that I get for free because a lot of people are giving up on the trade or on the hobby because one, meds are hard to get. So if you have a problem, you can't get rid of it easy. And number two, I guess that's discouraging. Our water in my city is pretty hard to deal with too. So when you mix those two together, people are just giving up and they're giving their tanks away. So I'm getting all these big tanks for literally free. They're all, but they're like 20-year-old tanks and stuff, right? So, but I'll take what I can get, and I'll use what I can get. Watch Facebook Marketplace. You'd be surprised. Like in this economy too, there's a lot of people that are getting forced to move. because, you know, interest rates and such, and they just give their tanks away because they can't bring them along. So I've gotten a few that way too. Keep an eye on that stuff. What you'll see is they post them for sale, and then bookmark them, and then come back a month later, no one's bought it. Come back, you know, they're getting closer to moving day. Normally they got 60 days to get ready, and then they'll give it away. Just keep an eye on them. Yeah, the corner tanks, I don't know. I mean, if you don't have a lot of space, I can see them being handy. You know, if you're pressed for space. But this isn't a quarter tank. This is just a regular rectangle tank stuffed in the corner. I don't have a lot of room in my house where I can put a heavy tank because my house was built before building codes. This particular room has a really good floor. The rest of my main floor is unsuitable. Just the way it was built. I break the house if I tried to put a big tank there, so I won't. But my basement, thank God I have a basement. So. And off to the races we go. Probably pretty clean. What I gotta do is move these logs here. Get under there. Still pretty good. This tank stays clean. I haven't gravel vac in a week, and there's nothing there. There's a lot of fish in this tank, and discus go to the bathroom like big time. Oh, there's a spot where I got some dirt. And it will be around here because I feed them on this side. It's all going to be around here. Everywhere else will be clean. There's some good gunk coming out right here though. You don't want the discus, hate that. Other fish, no problem, but discus, you don't want it. Get all the moan out. At least once a week. You clean it all your filtration out too. That's why canister filters are no good for these fish, because you gotta clean your filters every week. And canister filters, if you pop them open every week, you're just gonna blow the seals and you're gonna wreck them. It's not that they don't run well, it's that they're not made for maintenance. And discus are made for maintenance. You have to do your maintenance. So. That's why I run hang-on backs. People probably think I'm crazy, but that's the exact reason why I do it. Because I can rip them off, completely scrub them down, put them back on, and because I run a sump, it doesn't mess with my cycle at all. I keep my gravels just an inch thick, just enough to cover the bottom, and it's 50-50 gravel and sand. Ooh, that guy almost jumped the hell out of the tank. Calm down, buddy. Calm down, it's not that bad. I think that was close. That hasn't happened to me yet, but these fish can jump 6 feet in the air I would hate to lose one that way. Okay, guys. Now I have to get back in that corner too. It's okay. I'm moving slow. It's okay, guys. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. I'm moving. I'm getting out of your way. It's clean here. Oops. I have to switch buckets. We'll just start over on the other side. That's really not a lot of very lengthy. Even when I do my deep cleans, it doesn't take very long. We'll just do the other side and then we'll switch to the glass. Yeah, and undergravels are pretty nice. I'm sorry, I was just reading up, catching up there. And it's good old school stuff, don't get me wrong, but with the discus, it'll pull the moam down, but the moam will be under the gravel grate, right? And when you do gravel vac, you'll get some of it out, but a lot of it will stay stuck in there. After about between 6 months and a year, you'll start noticing illness if you try and run that with these fish. And that's what I think is going to happen. In the past, when I had those, I always, about every year when I wasn't running sensitive fish, I would still have to rip my whole tank apart to get the under gravel thing out, clean everything, flush my gravel, put it all back together, and I'd be good for a year again. With the sump, it's like the sump is like having the under gravel filter, but it's bigger, and you don't have to disrupt your tank. You just have to clean your sump once a year. So, and when you do it, it's not a big deal. You might disrupt your cycle if you do too much, but I just remove all my media into a bucket, then I clean it, then I put the media back, and it generally works out. I don't even clean the media. Yeah, you definitely, under gravel filters were all the rage back in the day until someone came along with the sump idea. And then it was just like, the sump was like a super under gravel filter. We just moved it under the tank. So I do have that, and I am getting all those benefits times 100 because of I packed it full of pot scrubbies, and there's tons of surface area on the pot scrubbies, so all the water flows through that, and it's just getting cleaned by the beneficial bacteria. And that's what you do down there. You keep it dark and you farm it, just like the barrels. I farm beneficial bacteria in the barrels too. Yeah, it's drilled. I didn't drill it. Someone drilled it in the past. They did a really shitty job. They actually cracked it. But they drilled it 20 years ago, and that crack's been there for 20 years, and it hasn't moved an inch since I brought it home. So, yeah, it's compromised, but it works. That's why another reason I put this on, because I have cracked glass, and then the brace broke. Like, this tank would have fell apart. But when I made this brace, no problems. And I watch that crack all the time. It hasn't moved. It's back here by the drain hole. keep scaring my fish. I get on with it. Plus the water will get cold pretty quick in here. It's cold up north. Don't follow it all. Oh, we got some dirt over here. I'm getting clogged up somewhere. What's that? Oh, it's not getting through here. Oh, there we go. Another clogged up. Go. That's good enough, I think. Yeah, everything's good now. Get that mulm out. Keeping it clean. Okay, now I gotta scrub my glass. Where is my scrubby? Damn it, it's downstairs. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got my little scrub pad, glasses, let beneficial bacteria and a dead algae in the back here. So we're just going to scrub that off. Basically where the flow and the bubbles meet. It's not a lot though. It actually took about 3 weeks for that to show up, so we're doing really good with this tank. Here comes the algae. Get things stirred up from the gravel back as well. That's fine. Stir everything up, pull the filters, and we will fix whatever loose plants I find. It's a little disruptive to the fish, but it needs to be done. And I'll drain all this crap water that's stirred up, and we'll put in some fresh stuff. And they'll have all brand new filter cleans. Full flow. And everything will be beautiful. Just a slight little clear film that builds up in the glass after a while. It's good for the tank, but it's bad for the viewing. And foggy glass, clean water. Well, you want to see that clean water, so you gotta scrub that foggy glass. I haven't had to touch my glass for a while. Staying good on its own. But today it's getting a good little once over. I'm not even trying too hard. I'm just getting the slime off. A lot of people would think I'm doing too much at once, but because I have my sump and it's well established, I can do whatever I want to this upper tank, and I can't screw up my cycle. It just won't happen. Thank God I got these long arms, let me tell you. It's hard to reach some of those corners back there. Which means the average Joe would be up on a stool right now. leaning over the edge of his tank. There we go. Good enough. Good enough for a Sunday. Yes, correct. Yeah, it's a, thank you for answering that for me. It's a 90 gallon from 2001. I don't know who makes these tanks. They were popular at the time. The wood look. I've got a 65 downstairs from the same company. I restained it cherry, but same setup, same tank, but 65, same glass. I should have just put it there, but I need the barrels up here, so it's downstairs. Time for a drain. Let's get this crappy water out. Oops. And I sent that one. Let's pump this water out. And then while we're doing that, I'll be pulling the filters. Hopefully, I can clean the filters before the water pumps dry. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. Okay, and I need this clamped in. Oh boy, where are we here? And I want to bring it right down to just above discus height so that they're still standing out. But I take out as much as I can, which is about there. Hopefully they don't suck up my plants. Let's move that out of the way. Just put this up here for now. I can just leave it there after. And voila, we're in the clear. Let's start up the old pump. It's 840 gallon per hour pump, so it doesn't take me long to drain the tank. Get them out of that yucky water as fast as we can. Okay, time to pull filters. Let's get the easy ones first. While we tank drains, we pull filters. I pull them right out and I scrub them right down. Blast out all their media. There for now. Get out of the way. Then we get the internal UV. These suction cups or something else. It's hard to get off. Sure don't bring any snails with me. Time to go with snails. I love my assassin snails, the only snails I like. I got my apple snail downstairs too, he's kind of cool. And the fourth and final filter. This one's nice and easy because you just have to pull. Oops, that didn't work out the way it's supposed to. Okay, make sure I got that back on there, right? Where? I really like this this unit. It's an Amazon jobby. It's about $30 Canadian, and it really polishes the water nice. It breaks down into like 3 units, and you just open them up, clean your sponges, run them under the sink. Don't worry about that tap water crap. It takes about 2 hours for chlorine to kill beneficial bacteria, so it'll be back in the tank and sitting in prime before that can happen. So don't waste your time using tank water to clean your sponges. That will do no harm, none, to your beneficial bacteria. That's one filter done. I've still got time. It's important to do these internal UVs every week because these sometimes get water in them, and you can never tell how good you seal it when you close them up. So you got to check them. I do it every week, but they'll last 2-3 weeks before they fill up. But if they fill up to the point of hitting the electronics, you blow a bulb. So every week with these. These also have a sponge inside them that needs to be cleaned weekly. You got to get that mold out. You'd be surprised how much poop this little unit picks up in its sponge. It really picks up a lot of it. Same with that other corner one I've got. They're both really good at getting the poop out of the water. That's 2 done. We're just gonna put this off to the side because the discus are back there right now. Okay, moving. Hose it over there. Don't want it that low, but we're gonna just leave it there for now in case it falls. I'll move it up when there's water in the tank. I gotta hurry up. What's that doing over there? We're still good. We give the impellers a little clean so they spin full force. We're gonna have to stop that pump. Let's get over there and do that. And we're pulling the pump. We're low enough. Broke the siphon. Take that out of there real gentle. You gotta be real gentle with these, they break so easy. It's horrible how easy they break. Got a little bit of vegetation there. Let's start with the fire barrel. Bring this hose in. Sometimes the hose scares them, so you gotta be careful and slow. Okay, that should hold. We want this. One more in there. I always do my prime over again. Because who knows, maybe I forgot, and then you just don't want to risk it. Never cheap on your prime, ever. Never ever cheap on your prime. It's the easiest way to kill your fish. Okay, so we're filling. While we do that, I continue cleaning the filters. Well, I'm still here, just around the corner. This is the messy part. You don't want to see it anyway. Cleaning up all my dirty sponges. Probably unplugged the heater over here. Almost forgot that. That could have been bad. This thing's supposed to be down there. that heater off. These hang on the backs are a little harder to clean, but it's a lot easier than dealing with a canister filter. There we go, all back together. Let's get this guy where it belongs. This way. Let's see that thing. There we go. That. Yeah, we'll turn the heater back on soon. See where our temperature's at. Should be rock solid. This one's for back here. Yeah, I just do it every week, just to make sure they're all done every week, because I don't have to be so hard downstairs. Downstairs, I can let the filters go 2 weeks, but those are Oscars and these are DIsucs. Oscars can take it, DIsucs can't. Temperature check. .5 out of 86 on the nose. I really do need a heater controller for my barrels, so it's on the list of 1,000 things I need. One day. Probably gotta switch barrels soon. Almost. There we go, we just reassemble. You get that pad in there in just the right way or it doesn't work out. Just like that. So here, switch the barrels. This is how we do it. We're almost done, folks. We're almost done. Barrel switch. Unplug the heater. Do something with my loose plants. I'll just escape again, but for now, mess them up in here. Hopeless. Money wart doesn't work in a discus tank. It's just basically slowly dying off. Well, it still looks green. I'll leave it in there. Just let it float. Scribble it. So we're just about there. D6 on the nose. Alright, start up this filter. fix this suction cup too. We are almost there, folks. We are almost there. We're about to overflow. Need a little bit in the sump. Time to start turning filters on. Oops. Damn it. What have I done? Okay, stop this one. Take this out. Think that's safe. I went too far. Plug that one in. This one's not starting up for me. What is that? Rose. Wheels are moving. Sump's okay. Light's a little foobarred. Turn power up. There we go. Let it fall. Gotta reset the old lights. Power them on. Power them back on. Oh, that's not power. This is power. Power them on. Okay, now I'll go. One, two, three. I believe that's where they were. Good. We're on track. Everything's running, heats back up. All filters are pumped except for one. Let that happen again. Keep it plugged. So it's okay. Okay. We're good. I'll wash this glass because it's getting a little calcified. You can see, make my light look bad. Sponge. There's one. That'd be one. And this one too. There's the last number two. That's it. Just throw the lid on and we're done. Ta-da! And when I finish, I show them the food. They know it's over. I should check, make sure no one's on the floor. No one jumped out, we're good. And we give them a feed. That makes them happy. And they know it's over. And then they're back to their day. Nice big feed. Everybody gets to eat. De-stress. All systems are go. That's how we do it. So, as you can see, how long we've been running here. That's not an hour. We've been running about an hour. One big scrub, 1 hour a week, and then I do have water change, just like a half-hour deal. It's over with. I do that like Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna end it here. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and we'll catch you on the next one.